Williams. Speaking of horses, we're at the Midwest Horse Fair, Madison, Wisconsin. We've got a visit with Miss Minnesota Rodeo right after this.
Horses. Piranha! Oh no! Oh, the humanity! Oh, piranha.
Well, hey, welcome to Speaking of Horses. I'm Wayne Williams, and we have royalty among us. We have Miss Rodeo, Minnesota, Danae Morton. Now, Danae will be not only representing Minnesota in many of the rodeo things, and be representing Minnesota tonight here at the Midwest Horse Fair in Madison, Wisconsin at the rodeo, but she will be representing Minnesota in December at the National Finals Rodeo, the NFR, in Thomas Mack Arena in Las Vegas. So welcome, Danae, and tell us how you're enjoying your reign as Miss Rodeo Minnesota.
Thank you for having me. Yes, I am absolutely having a blast. I have been blessed to grow up in the rodeo world. My dad's a PRCA steer wrestler, so I've been in it since before I was born, literally. So this is something that I'm super passionate about. And this is actually my first rodeo queen title I've ever held. But it's so cool because I always say that I've been a rodeo queen my whole life. I just didn't look like this because I've always been promoting rodeo. I've been doing all of my school projects on rodeo because I just have such a passion for it. It's such a unique industry. It's such a family-oriented industry, and it's really made me into who I am. So it's so cool to promote it on such a large stage.
Well, and you get to go out and promote it at many places, and you know, so many of the rodeo queens around the country, you kind of get a camaraderie going.
Yes.
You know, and it's like, okay, you come to my event, and I'll come to your event, and we'll do this and do that. So now, what are you doing tonight here in the PRCA Rodeo?
Yeah, so Miss Rodeo Wisconsin invited me to come. So it's really cool because you become such good friends with all these girls. Very similar to in the competitive side of rodeo. The amount of guys who call other guys, what does this steer do? What does this horse do? Just to help each other out. Like you said, the camaraderie in rodeo is really like no other sport. So I think that's a really unique thing about rodeo, just because it brings back that wholesome family-oriented side of it. And for me, Miss Rodeo Wisconsin invited me here, so I'm just helping out in any aspect that I can to help the production keep going and represent Minnesota well.
So you also, I guess, are going to the Minnesota Expo in a week?
Yes, yep. It's our first PRCA rodeo in Minnesota for this year. Yep.
So now you're going to be busy all summer long, I'm sure.
Yes.
And mainly working around Minnesota, but you will venture out to some other places. Yep. And then culminating with almost 2 weeks in Vegas, right?
Yes, yep. So we're not there, we're kind of there at the beginning. So our pageant is from December 1st to the 8th. So that's kind of where we're starting. So it's a little bit before the NFR, and we're held at the South Point. So that's kind of where all of our stuff is taking place. Yep.
So now, when exactly do they crown the new Miss Rodeo America at the PRCA? Is that early on?
Yes, so the rodeo starts on Thursday, and the new Miss Rodeo America will be crowned on that Sunday, so a couple days into the NFR.
Okay, and so then at the rest of the NFR, the new queen will also come in with the outgoing queen.
Yes, yep, so it kind of shows the ropes of the next
There you go.
Yes.
In other words, don't fall off your horse,
yes, don't
right?
fall off. Keep the hat on, right?
Well, I'm glad you took a moment to join us, and we're here at the Midwest Horse Fair, Madison, Wisconsin, and rodeo tonight, and you'll be there.
I will.
Danae, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
We at Speaking of Horses are happy to have Revitavet as one of our sponsors. Healthy maintenance and rehabilitation of your equine athletes. You can enhance peak performance. You can prevent ailments before they occur. Check them out. You'll love it. Revitavet Systems. Stay with us here on Speaking of Horses. More reports from the Midwest Horse Fair.